Action stations. Alright. Tier 10 Yamato replay sent in by Krostin. Probably just going to refer to him as Crow. Only tier 10 on his team. On domination mode, Islands of Ice. Let's see if he gets loaded in here. There it is. It's alive. I don't know what how do you the 8-uck 5 Nort? Okay, that's an interesting name. What the hell is he asking? And oh yeah, Crow is right. They don't have any destroyers. That is unfortunate. And there's no carriers in this game. They're gonna have to try to do some caps, especially with their cruisers, and definitely kill off those enemy destroyers at any opportunity. And they are Nicholas, not a problem. Nicholas is in a failed platoon with the Turpits. The Kagero could ruin a lot of people's games. It is a very good. That's when the Japanese destroyers get good again. Actually, the tier 8 is when they get good again, in my opinion, but haven't made it back there yet. Yeah, it is not easy to cap, but when you're detected and everybody's shooting at you. I think probably the Japanese cruisers have the best detection range. Mogami and the Atagos are not terrible detection range. Have the friendly Rune is going off to A by himself. See if that works out for him. So it's a good and a bad thing that there are no carriers, because Crow's in the Yamato, so he would be obviously a focus for the carrier players. But there's at tier 9, tier 8 and up, there's not a lot of carriers around, because the wait time to play a carrier is so atrociously long. A lot of people just give up and hop on something else. B is being capped by the enemy. Enemy Des Moines. New Orleans just sitting there still. Oh, make him pay for it. Oh, silly fellow. And right when Crow fires, looks like he may have started to back up. There's some hits. Not a very one hit really on a sitting still target. RNG was not kind to you there. Crow does take it down to about half or a quarter on his speed. A bit too much lead on that one. Hits him with one good round though. Crow's not going to take a whole lot of damage if he keeps that nose in to enemy battleships. It does look like he has come to a stop. Perhaps going to start reversing here. Trying to get a good hit. That's a decent hit. 2 rounds for 6,000. It's like Crow's looking at whoever dares shoot at him. And it also does look like Crow has the secondaries extended out all the way to a little past 10k. That is actually something I do also. I'm assuming Crow was looking at the direction of those torpedoes. Going to the map view and checking out torpedo spreads is actually something I find useful. Crow is in full reverse, going 10 knots backwards. Yeah, that is honestly something I have a problem with in World of Warships. This isn't what he's doing. It's not a bad strategy. It's just it's annoying to me personally. Got North Carolina. That's 20k away. Assuming Crow is going to try to enhance his angle to these gentlemen. Get you a couple decent hits on that North Carolina. Just 24,000 damage. And there's a New Orleans that's charging in. Surprisingly enough, Crow's team has captured all of the caps. And he did say in his email that it was an aggressively played game by both teams. So those are always nice and fun. If pretty rare, especially at higher tiers. There's another decent hit on the North Carolina. No citadels yet. Did start a fire on that enemy cruiser for the secondaries. And that New Orleans in front of him, he's living dangerously on borrowed time. Crow's not in any hurry to get anywhere quick. Man, that was... New Orleans continues to be pretty lucky. And you see the enemy Yamato. He comes around the corner, poked around, stopped. Doesn't want to show his broadside to any big battleships. Because the angle of the Yamato is extremely hard to damage. Crow is looking to end this New Orleans shenanigans. There it is.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Sometimes RNG just won't give it to you. Enemy Yamato was looking at the rune, so he doesn't have to worry about that guy.
Torpedoes to starboard.
There's torpedoes from, I'm assuming, the Kagero.
Torpedoes
Yeah, it has to
to
be the
start.
Kagero, because they're 2 sets of 4. And now he's getting the angle on this North Carolina. And the North Carolina is going to turn to get his back guns, which is a bad idea to do this close against a Yamato. Oh, and swinging a miss on that last on the back gun. Enemy team is rushing into the B cap pretty hard. I'm assuming one of them is going to go take A. Let's see what Crow does here. Increasing his angle against that enemy Yamato. That is... kind of looks like he's looking at him. Somebody had a decent hit on the enemy Yamato, and Crow did too. 9,000 damage. Not going to complain about that. It's one thing the Yamato is pretty good at, repairing its damage. It gets a just insane amount of health. I think it's 500 per second for what, 20 some odd seconds, so it's pretty good health regen rate. I believe it's the best health regen per second, which also makes the highest one in game. Anyways, 71,000 damage. 10 minutes into a game. The enemy Yamato is now the focus of most of Crow's team. Crow wants to get rid of that North Carolina, though, because he's running away. You don't want to let him get away. Yep, just one hit. Enemy have now captured 2 points back. Bad shots from the enemy Amagi, I'm assuming, from the amount. Looking for a shot. He is now turning back in. This is a good time to turn back in after you have an island between you. I believe all his shots cleared. And 13,000 damage on a nose in North Carolina. Doesn't matter the angle. If you hit him with the rounds, you can do damage. In the Yamato, anyways. That really low health North Carolina has also turned back in, so it's only just that one. It's the Kagero that's alive, right? Yeah, the Kagero's alive somewhere.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
And he's in front of Crow. One hit on that Amagi. I'd assume Crow's going to do a full, complete turnaround. I know I wouldn't want to go up in that gap, especially after some torps just flew by me. 9,700 damage from the on some bow hits. Just so everybody, if everybody doesn't know, you can't bow in on a Yamato and not take damage. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter your whatever angle. Crow said sorry. It's going to happen. You just don't even try unless you're in a Yamato. And then you're still probably going to take significant damage. Yeah, armor angling doesn't work so much against 18-inch shells. Crow does have a Buki coming on his coming at his rear here. It's a good time to get a bit of distance on him. I'm assuming at this range he should be able to wipe this this guy out. Well, I mean, 11,000 damage or so. Hopefully not bad, especially since his secondaries can shoot the North Carolina. Crow is taking a pretty big beating right now. I don't think he's gonna get this shot off. Does look like he's gonna turn in to shoot some rounds at that Ibuki. Ibuki is turning. Crow asking for some assistance. Torp from the Kagero. Looks like, yeah, I believe he's gonna dodge these. Yeah, nice dodge. Swing and a miss on the Ibuki though. And if you notice, he just uses repair in that just ridiculous swath of repair he's gonna get, taking him back up to 7,900, 79,000 HP. But the Ibuki just shot him a bit, so that's not going to happen all the way. And Ibuki's getting dodging for his life. Also, the Ibuki looks like he has really good detection range. I'm assuming he has some sort of modifier on that. The enemy Yamato is still alive. He still has his nose in, still just taking a pounding. Ibuki's running away. Crow's looking for the shot. Doesn't like what he sees, apparently. So he's going to turn his guns over, and oh well, that guy's dead. Looks like he was going to try to finish him. I'm assuming he would have been able to. Now there's the North Carolina. Yeah, he should be able to. He's going slow. It's a pretty long battle, but I mean, high tier games are usually fairly long.
Torpedoes, astern!
There it is. 2 Citadel hits.
Battleship sunk.
That North Carolina finally paid for his
Our
shenanigans.
victory is in sight.
Looking for the shot on the Amagi. Amagi is turning away a little bit. Looking for the shot, being patient. Being patient and looking for shots when you're playing a battleship are both good things that you should learn to do. And he is rewarded 17,000 damage. You just have to wait for your shot sometimes. Alright. And on a beat up North Carolina. Those look good. I'd be surprised if that doesn't okay. Color me surprised then. And North Carolina is just showing her too much of his ship now. And the Kagero is still out in the middle of the ocean shooting shots. That doesn't really matter. This team have lost most of the caps. And RNG is not being kind to Crow right now. And 1 tick and it's over. And that is it. Pretty good game. 53 hits, 3 killed, 4 Citadels. I feel like he should have got more Citadels, but I mean, a lot of them were bow shots on the North Carolinas. I mean, and for high damage, anyways. 150,000 damage or so. I didn't get the score screen, but the end screen, 2,000 for the end screen for the teams. 2,001 base XP. His team doing pretty good. The enemy team had some a few of the special teams folks on there. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Come back and see me. Thanks for sending it in.